is my profound pleasure to host the opening segment of the celebration of the 59th anniversary of Jamaica's independence, the land of wood and water, and to recognize the Jamaican American Power 100, outstanding Jamaican Americans making a difference in all areas, from government to health, education to politics, business to entertainment. As one who is proud of my Jamaican heritage, it is a real joy and a treat to be with you this evening. My name is Dervan Malcolm. At this time, we welcome a message from the Rodneys, the founder, publisher, and president of the New York Carib News, pioneers in media in New York, and pillars of the community, Faye and Carl Rodney.
Good evening and welcome to Carib News' celebration on the 59th anniversary of independence and the recognition of the Jamaican American Power 100. People are making a difference in the world, in the United States, and having an impact on the lives of other people everywhere in the world. Indeed, there's much to celebrate. We just have to look at the current Biden-Harris administration at the highest level, starting with our very own Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States. History-making development. Susan Rice, Director of the U.S. Domestic Council. Christine Clark, the head of the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice. And Renee Bowen, serving as senior economist at the White House, all proud Americans. And we are proud of the Power 100 Jamaicans that we are celebrating this evening.
Yes, Jamaican Americans have been playing a significant role in the United States for years. John Brown Washburn was born in Jamaica. He was an abolitionist, and he was the first publisher of a black-owned newspaper in the 1800s and was a third black graduate from an American college. The Black Press of America has been doing a fantastic job in the black community and in the liberation of blacks. Of course, our national hero, Marcus Garvey, father of black consciousness and black economic power. He has revolutionized the thinking of people of the United States and indeed the world, and has an impact even today. Garvey published the largest black-owned newspaper in this country. Harry Belafonte, the history-making entertainer, civil rights icon, and international human rights fighter. Currently, there are 4 Jamaicans serving in the U.S. Congress, and we're proud of them.
You're in for a treat this evening as we combine the history, culture, contribution, and economic power of Jamaican Americans. Enjoy the evening.
Inspirational stories and message, motivating quotes, spoken word, Jamaican Americans first, Jamaican proverb, the most admired Jamaican American, all laced with the best in entertainment. Don't miss it. It's a blast. Happy 59th anniversary of Jamaica, and congratulations to the Jamaican American Power 100 2021.
Although we are separated by water, we in the diaspora remain strong in our love and loyalty to our homeland. It is always a special treat to hear from Yard. Let us hear from His Excellency, the Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen.
A message from His Excellence, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, Governor General, Jamaica. When Jamaica's flag was first unfurled in 1962, we stood there as we do now, a proud people brimming with unbridled potential and talent. As we celebrate the 59th anniversary of our independence, I am proud to join Carib News in highlighting the outstanding contributions of Jamaicans in the United States who continue to make our nation proud. For the past 39 years, you have paid homage to sons and daughters of the soil, everyday people who have risen to the call of nationhood and become extraordinary, making a significant and direct impact on their communities. Jamaicans in the United States have proven that the best of our country does not lie in our athleticism, landscape, or cuisine, but in our people. People who across all disciplines have given of themselves and their God-given talent to boast the brand of excellence for which Jamaica's reputation remains immutable. Today, more than ever, there is a need for you to remain connected to each other and our values. The past year has been extremely challenging as people everywhere continue to grapple with the various issues presented with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite this, I call upon you to recommit the courage of your minds and the strength and vigor of your bodies in service. I believe that we share in common the conviction that the great purpose in life, the great achievement one could ever get in life, can only be found in the service of others. As you stage your virtual Vibe program to highlight the leaders and influencers in your communities, I trust others will be encouraged to act and excel in a way that nurtures and educates minds, celebrates the marginalized, provides equal opportunity, and champions justice. I commend Carib News for using its platform to uphold the ethics of journalism and its contribution to the diaspora, and encourage you to continue to be an example of who we are and what we're able to achieve. I wish for you a successful staging, and may God continue to bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Please welcome the head of government, the gentleman guiding our beautiful country, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, for his special message.
Message from the Most Honorable Prime Minister Andrew Holness. It gives me great pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the government of Jamaica and on behalf of every Jamaican at home and abroad on our 59th year of independence. Since August 6, 1962, Jamaica has celebrated her historic transition from being a colony to an independent nation. During these celebrations, we often reflect on how far we've come, how much we've achieved as a people, and the tremendous possibilities that lie ahead as we embrace self-determination and chart our unique path in the world. Today, Jamaica has distinguished herself as one of the greatest and most sought-after destinations, and brand Jamaica is one of the most internationally recognized. Our people excel at everything, setting and breaking records and flying our black, green, and gold flag high across the globe. At 59, we have much to be grateful for, even as we pause to reflect and assess ourselves and continue the pursuit of economic independence and prosperity for every single Jamaican. Jamaica has been fortunate to be strategically located in the Caribbean and to have one of the largest and most active diasporas. We are indeed grateful for the years of continued and constant support from our diaspora. And this Independence Day, we salute you for your unwavering commitment to Jamdung. As we observe our nation's independence, It is fitting that we should use this occasion to shine the spotlight on our outstanding Jamaicans. I take this opportunity to extend my own congratulations to them, as well as commendations to Jamaican American Power 100 for conceptualizing this awesome initiative. The government of Jamaica applauds the work of Carib News in this regard and is grateful for the opportunity to add our voice in celebration of our people. It is my sincere hope and belief that the planned celebrations will be very well received and that it will serve to inspire others. As Carib News celebrates 39 years of highlighting the achievements of our people, I encourage you to remain steadfast in your mission to positively impact lives, to effectuate positive change, and blaze a trail of greatness as Jamaicans are known to do. Please accept my very best wishes for a successful execution of the Virtual Vibes programs. The Most Honorable Andrew Holness, ON-MP, Prime Minister.
Thank you, Prime Minister Holness. Jamaica, the land of wood and water, is also the land of music. After all, Jamaicans created reggae and changed the world. Now, let's enjoy some of that good reggae music.
Never seen you rock so. Now it's time to play. You move me like the wind blows as night becomes a day. I know you want to go slow, where I don't know, but rocking is the true road. Hear me when I say you're just like reggae. You hit me like a drum. Reggae. Play cards and I will strum. Tried to leave me, said I was on my own. But music won't deceive me, no, I won't be alone. I know you want to go slow, the true road. Hear me when I say you hit me like a drum.
It's time now for us to recognize our distinguished group of Jamaicans making a difference and making a contribution to this country, the region, and indeed the world. The names are in alphabetical order, and we'll hear inspiring messages from some of our honorees. Let's listen. Dr. Answorth A. Allen, Professor of Clinical Orthopedic Surgery, Weill Cornell Medical College, New York City. Monty Alexander, world-renowned award-winning jazz pianist, entertainer. Harry Belafonte, iconic singer, actor, entertainer, civil rights activist. Milovan Blair, Senior VP for Operations, Con Edison. Michael Blake, former member NYS Assembly, co-chair DNC. Rochelle Boone, award-winning reporter, TV news anchor, Spectrum News 1.
First of all, let me start by saying, I cannot believe that I am on this list. But thank you. Thank you so much, Carib News. Thank you. Thank you from my family and from my mother who came here so long ago with next to nothing to help us all make something greater of our lives. It's been an incredible journey. Jamaican Americans have supported me in New York City from the time I started working at Spectrum News New York 1 as a reporter on the streets all the way until now that I'm sitting behind the anchor desk as the daytime anchor of this station. Thank you all so much. Thank you for this incredible honor. I mean, I can't say thank you enough. It's been an incredible journey. And anybody who knows me knows that I shout it from the rooftops. Well, really from the set and from the street, that I'm Jamaican. I mean, every report, just about, every time I'm on the anchor desk, every time I'm live, every time I'm doing something, somewhere in there I mention I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from the islands, or I just throw in my accent and be done with it. Because I am proud. I am proud of this island where I was born. I am proud of this island where I was raised. I mean, I'm from Kingston 11. I went to Holy Childhood Prep School. It instilled in me hard work and the grit it takes to make it in this world. Jamaica is a special place. Jamaica is a special island, and the people are incredibly special. Thank you so much for this honor. I appreciate it. I love it. I will continue to celebrate it and celebrate my island and the people I love so much. Thank you.
Renee Bowen, Senior Economic Advisor to the Biden-Harris administration. Anthony Brown, Member of the U.S. Congress, Maryland. Lloyd Brown I, Corporate Senior Officer, Citigroup, Chairman, Executive Leadership Council. Dr. Basil Bryan, Distinguished Diplomat, Scholar, Author. Michelle Buteau, stand-up comedian, actress, and podcast host. Anne-Marie Campbell, Executive VP, Home Depot, Forbes Next CEO List. Hugh Campbell, Attorney at Law, Managing Partner, Rodman and Campbell, PC, Attorneys. Sadie Aarons Campbell, President, Jamaica Progressive League. Glinda C. Carr, President, CEO, Co-founder, Higher Heights. Christopher Chin, CEO, VP Records. Patricia Chin, co-founder, VP Records, author, My Reggae Music Journey. Michelle Chautai, Director, Head of Business Development, Fairview. Kimberly Chiliberti, VP Sales, Tools and Support Manager, HSBC. Bobby Clark, Director, CGN Group Media Company. That was our first set of 20 distinguished Jamaican Americans. Much more to come. At this time, it is indeed a pleasure and honor to introduce the distinguished diplomat, scholar, and author, Ambassador Dr. Basil Bryan, former Consul General of Jamaica to New York, to read an excerpt from his seminal work, The Jamaicans, Children of God in the Promised Land. A little bit about the book. This treatise offers a discerning insight of the diaspora and compelling personal stories of the journey traveled by Jamaicans in the United States. The story he tells is vital to a fuller understanding of our history. It is informative, interesting, and thought-provoking. Let's take it in.
The story of the Jamaican people and the Jamaican diaspora in America reverberates with tales of movement, inspiration, perseverance, sacrifice, and praise. No matter where domiciled, whether in Jamaica or abroad, Jamaicans are known as a people who revel in their music and their songs, and who stoutly and openly sing songs of praise to their God. Jamaicans love their songs of worship. Jamaicans are a Bible-loving and Bible-believing people. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? During the 20th century, the majesty of Jamaica unfolded on the world. Remarkably, the ordinary people of Jamaica achieved so much with so little. They went to faraway lands to work, to build, and hopefully to prosper. There is the audacity of Marcus Garvey, Claude McKay's defiance, the courage of the Jamaicans in the many wars fought to defend and extend freedom and democracy throughout the world, the attainment of self-government, electrifying the world at Helsinki, Finland, the birth of Rastafarianism as a religion of global presence, ending the century with what music maestro Grub Cooper acknowledges as the anthem of reggae music: one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right.
Thank you, Dr. Brian. Our first piece of entertainment in this evening's show comes from a young dancer. Please join me in welcoming Douglas with a rendition in dance.
My name is Douglas Spalding, and I am the son of Jamaican parents. I have worked on Broadway as a child performer and have been on 3 national tours. But now my focus is on my education and preparing for college. I am honored to be a part of the celebration of 100 Powerful Caribbeans, and this is a tribute to all those powerful people who are being recognized today. You have all made sacrifices and overcome all the odds to get to where you are, and I salute you all. I hope you enjoy this performance.
The road is long, with a many winding turn that leads us to who knows where, who knows where. But I'm strong enough to carry. He ain't heavy, he's my brother. So on we go. His welfare is my concern. No burden is he to bear. We'll get there. For I know he would not encumber me. He ain't heavy, he's my brother.
That was absolutely amazing. Young talent abounds in our community. Let's give Douglas a round of applause. Well done. Jamaican Americans in the United States have played significant roles and have been first in many categories in the US and around the world. As we celebrate Jamaican American Power 100, we will list a few firsts as a reminder of the extent and variety of successes achieved. Please sit back and enjoy some Jamaican American firsts, Jamaican quotes, proverbs, and people we should remember. It was my pleasure to have been your host for the opening segment. For me, it was a blast of pride, information, and inspiration. Don't move a muscle, though. There are more exciting segments to come. The evening has just begun. As we close out this first segment, we remember a stalwart of our community, Jean Marie Bryan.
Natural beauty, you know. Yeah, no, I've never been someone shy until I seen your eyes. Still I had to try, yeah. Oh yes, let me get my words right and then approach you. Woman, I'll treat you like a man is supposed to. You'll never have to cry, no. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind, no. The way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I seen her eyes. My queen, so supreme. I can see it in her eyes, the way she smiles. Hey, yes I know the king and queen crown, same time. So I'd never leave your side. Just stick with me through the trial times. Oh, and she says she no mind. Correct, I know good man is hard to find. And she can't about that giant line. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah, I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine, because she's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so divine. The way she moves to her own beat, she has the qualities of a queen, so supreme. Ooh, ooh, what a natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme, yeah. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's royal, yeah, so royal. And I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. No, no, the way she moves to her own beat. She has the qualities of a queen, my Nubian queen.
My name is Kyle Julian Graham, and I'll be taking over for the rest of the show. Welcome to segment 2, where we will continue with warm greetings and messages from elected officials and others. Let's get started. To start off this segment, we have 2 messages direct from Jamaica from the Senator, the Honorable Leslie Campbell, State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment, and Sport, Olivia Babsy Grange.
Fellow Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica, it is with immense pride that I greet you at this time of year when we celebrate 2 defining moments in the history of Jamaica: the 183rd anniversary of the emancipation from slavery and the 59th anniversary of independence. We honor the legacy of our forebears who fought for the right to live in dignity and to be masters of their own destinies. We reflect on the significance of this date, when on the morning of the 1st of August 1838, over 300,000 people were granted full freedom from the dehumanizing horrors of slavery. That significant milestone in the life of our nation laid the footstones of the path to independence. This year, we celebrate the birth of our nation under the theme Jamaica 59, Come Make We Celebrate Online. It is indicative of the times in which we live, given the ongoing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. We, Jamaicans, however, will not allow the virus to rob us of the opportunity to commemorate our nationhood, and I encourage you to do so responsibly in keeping with the COVID mitigation measures in your respective locations. Our administration is taking deliberate steps to position the country on a path to recover stronger and better. We continue to forge ahead with our strategic objective of sustained and inclusive economic growth and job creation. And despite the pandemic, our economic indicators remain strong. However, we recognize that we cannot do it alone and that a whole of society approach is required, which is inclusive of our brothers and sisters living overseas. I am therefore confident that working together, we will rebound stronger from this pandemic. Your loyalty to our beloved country is unquestionable. I take this opportunity to commend you for your consistent support over the years, through good times and bad, across many sectors, including education and health. I applaud your support for the One Device for Every Child campaign, spearheaded by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. This has provided critical assistance to thousands of students as they pivot to online learning. Your efforts will enable our children to realize their potential, thereby securing a better future. I reaffirm that the government is committed to deepening its relationship with you. We appreciate the work already being done by the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council to give support to the government's efforts. The recently concluded Jamaica Diaspora Sustainability Symposium, held in June 2021, symbolizes the dynamism in the relationship between the government and the diaspora, and we will continue to work with these bodies, as well as community organizations and individuals, to ensure that the outcomes of our joint actions rebound to the benefit of Jamaica and Jamaicans. As we celebrate yet another milestone in the building of our nation, we can move forward with confidence, knowing that Jamaica and the diaspora, working together, will realize a sustainable future for our beloved homeland and emerge stronger together. May God continue to bless you and your families.
Greetings, friends and family. We celebrate our independence this year under the theme Jamaica 59, Come Make We Celebrate Online. I'm happy that Carib News joins in the festivities with the 2021 Jamaican American Power 100 publication and Virtual Vibes programs online. Jamaicans abroad, or as we like to say, who live a foreign, have contributed tremendously to taking Jamaica to the world, and through our sports and culture, especially our language, food, music, and fashion. We also recognize the significant contribution that Jamaicans in the diaspora continue to make to our economy. Although we cannot invite you home to celebrate as we normally would, you can still join the celebrations through the various activities that we will stream on my Facebook page, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission website, jcdc.gov.jm, and across other social media platforms. Activities will climax with a Jamaica independence story on TVJ, CBM PBCJ at 4:30 p.m. and Independence Party on TVJ at 9 p.m. Friday, August 6, 2021. Do you all remember those street dances on Independence Night? I want to thank Carib News for joining in the celebration by recognizing the achievements of Jamaicans within the diaspora who continue to make us very, very proud. You are all Jamaican ambassadors. Happy Independence, and God bless you all.
Carib News, this is your anniversary, and it's also our independence season. Happy Independence to all your viewers and listeners across the world. You have been doing a great service to our people by connecting them with Yard, and we know that Jamaicans abroad love their home and want to hear and see and experience it as much as possible as they live their lives in other environments so far away from Jamaica land we love. So Carib News, you've been doing a great job. And this time, you're bigging up 100 Jamaicans who have achieved across the world and raising their profile so that our people can be inspired by seeing and hearing about them. So that's a tremendous thing to be doing at this time of independence. Keep up the good work. We'll continue to support you in any way we can, and we look forward to great things from Carib News in the future. One love.
Thank you for those lovely independence messages. At this time, we have the Jamaican folk song, Don't Go Anywhere.
Some come from the south with a big yabba mouth, we go dipping on the healing stream. Dip them, then what dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Dip, dip, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Some come from the east like a real Lego beast, we go dipping on the healing stream. Some come from the west, them is a perfect best, we go dipping on the healing stream. Dip them, beg what dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Dip, dip, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Some come with them drunk, but them drunk got no hand, we go dipping on the healing stream. Some right your cause, but them can't get no pass, we go dipping on the healing stream. Dip them, dead what dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Dip, dip, dip them. Dip, dip, dip them. Dip, dip, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. Dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them with your bad feeling. This is our baptism.
continue with our distinguished group of Jamaicans making a difference and making a contribution to this country, the region, and indeed globally. As before, the names are in alphabetical order, and we will hear inspiring messages from two of the honorees. Please have a listen.
Kristen Clark, Head of Civil Rights Division, Department of Justice. The Honorable Una Clark, Member, CUNY Board of Trustees, former member, New York City Council. Yvette Clark, Member of the U.S. Congress, Brooklyn, New York. Leroy Comrie, New York State Senator, Queens. Dr. Millicent Comrie, Distinguished Physician, Director, Brooklyn Women's Center. Sarah Cooper, author, comedian, impersonator. Joy P. Critchlow, Retired Director, Supplier Diversity, Con Edison. Linda Delp, Managing Director, BlackRock Financial Management. Dennis Dillon, Senior Pastor, BK Community Rise Church, Publisher, Christian Times. Dr. Trevor Dixon, Director, Emergency Ultrasound, Jacobi Medical, CEO, Jaja Foundation. Michael R. Duncan, President General, Garvey Foundation. Dr. Karen Dunkley, Educator, Jamaica Diaspora Northeast Representative. Michael Escoffrey, internationally renowned visual artist. Patrick Ewing, NBA Hall of Famer. Dr. Julius Garvey, renowned thoracic surgeon, lecturer, son of Marcus Garvey, Garvey Exoneration Project. Rashida Gale, founder, CEO, 26 Entertainment. Isema Gibbs, board officer, VP of programs, JetBlue. Malcolm Gladwell, distinguished journalist, author with several New York Times bestsellers. Bishop Sylvetta Gonzalez, founder, MA Academy. Lorna Goodison, poet, writer, former Jamaica Poet Laureate.
Greetings. First, let me say thanks to the editorial board of the Carib News, Dr. Rodney and Mrs. Rodney, for recognizing the work that I have been doing for the past 32 years as a Jamaican immigrant among the Power 100 individuals. I came to this country with the ideals and perseverance that was imbued in me during my childhood and early adulthood in Jamaica. And I strive to live by that powerful line in our national anthem, "Give us vision lest we perish." And that vision has served me well. It has served me in my work as a forensic social worker, where I have been able to look beyond the surface and to see the humanity in our people, particularly our young people and those of Jamaican and other Caribbean birth. That vision has served me well in terms of my understanding how important it is for us to look out for our fellow Jamaicans. And that is what caused me to start Family Unification Resettlement Initiative, or FURI, where the organization assists individuals who have been deported to Jamaica. So as we celebrate 59 years of independence, let us look to and be guided by the strength of our forebears and make Jamaica truly a land of beauty, prosperity, and fellowship. Fellowship where all of us can understand the importance of working together so we can have a safe and a happy island. May God bless Jamaica and bless our adopted home, the United States of America. Thank you very much.
To the viewers of Carib News Virtual Vibes program, my name is Lloyd W. Brown II, and I serve as Managing Director and Corporate CRA Officer at Citigroup. I'm honored to be among the 2021 recipients of the Jamaican American Power 100. I greatly appreciate being named among this distinguished group, and I'm also very appreciative of Faye and Carl Rodney's outstanding leadership of Carib News and their efforts to highlight the broader Caribbean community for the past 40 years. I am incredibly proud of my Jamaican heritage, and it motivates me to do my very best, not only for my family, but for my country. Each of us should live life and conduct ourselves in a way that uplifts our individual heritage while being respectful of the heritage of others. The latter view is consistent with the Jamaican motto, "Out of many, one people," which celebrates the diversity of race, culture, and religion, and makes Jamaica outstanding in its effort to recognize that all of us have something to contribute. Thank you for this important honor, and heartfelt congratulations to the other recipients.
Thank you for those special messages. To close out this segment, we recognize some Jamaican American firsts, Jamaican quotes, proverbs, and people we should remember. Let's take a look. That was Ira. Coming up, segment 3 with more distinguished Jamaican Americans, messages, and entertainment. But before we go, we want to take a moment to remember Eric Leopold Edwards and some music from Lord Creator. I'll see you in segment 3.
Jamaica getting their independence, and everyone is happy. So I will now tell the story, and please listen carefully. Manly called up a referendum for you to make your own decision. So the people voted wisely, now everyone is happy that there's no more federation. Now independence is good for the young and the old, also for me and you. Yes, independence is great for the whole population, including your children too. So I believe that if we try our best, it will be a great success. So let us live in unity for progress and prosperity. Let's go! Independent Jamaica! Manly went up to England to seek for independence, and although Buster was late, he still attended the conference. Although from 2 different parties, it was very good to see how these 2 politicians were shaking hands when they gained victory. Now independence is good for the young and the old, also for me and you. Yes, independence is great for the whole population, including your children too. So I believe that if we try our best, it will be a great success. So let us live in unity for progress and prosperity. Swing it, daddy. When these 2 men came from England, they came the very same day on 2 different planes that stopped at Montego Bay. They separated back down to Kingston, but still we are very pleased, for they got independence. So let's rejoice to be the first in the West Indies. Now independence is good for the young and the old, also for me and you. Yes, independence is great for the whole population, including your children too. So I believe that if we try our best, it will be a great success. So let us live in unity for progress and prosperity. Swing it, daddy. Independence Jamaica.
Welcome to segment 3, where we will continue with warm greetings and messages from elected officials and others. Let's get started. Hopefully you're having as much fun as I am. This would be a great time to invite a friend. So go text someone and let them know. Log on to Carib News, YouTube, or Facebook, and get in on the action. To start off this segment, we have 2 messages from Ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks, and Consul General of New York, Alcian Roach. Let's listen.
My fellow Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica, we celebrate the 59th anniversary of independence of our beloved country, Jamaica, with gratitude. Although Jamaica continues to be impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, we will not be daunted in this period of unparalleled challenges, as there is indeed much to be celebrated. Our COVID-19 recovery efforts have been steady and consistent. Our economy is steadily rebounding, with our tourism industry set to welcome 1.7 million visitors by the end of 2021. Jamaica has also gone a far way in bringing the digital divide in the education sector, owing to significant support from you, the members of the diaspora and friends of Jamaica. The government continues to prioritize the issue of national security with significant investments. Additionally, Jamaica still has the distinction of having the world's fastest man and woman, and brand Jamaica remains internationally known and respected. These are but some of the achievements of the past year, for which we ought to be justly proud. Regrettably though, this year we again have to celebrate in our own unique ways, even as we continue to be apart. This does not mean we have to diminish our spirit of celebration, as reflected in our independence theme. So I invite you to come, make we celebrate online. As was the case last year, this spirit of independence remains alive through our individual actions. I therefore encourage all to participate in online activities being hosted both at home as well as here in the diaspora. Importantly, let us also celebrate our collective efforts in the continued fight against COVID-19. Just as the black, green, and gold epitomize our past achievements and inspires future success, let us be reminded of its true message. The sun shineth, the land is green, and we, the people, are strong and creative. It is the spirit of resilience that makes us truly Jamaican. Let us continue to unite as we work to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, do business, raise families, and as our Prime Minister likes to add, retire in paradise. Happy Independence Day to all of us as Jamaicans. Thank you.
My fellow Jamaicans in the diaspora, Mr. and Mrs. Carl Rodney of Carib News. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all. Please allow me to begin by thanking Carib News for its Virtual Vibes program for the opportunity to address you in this forum. As our country approaches its 59th year of independence, I am deeply honored to extend congratulations to Carib News 2021 Jamaican American Power 100 Group of Outstanding Achievers. This recognition is given to the Jamaican trailblazers in the diaspora who have distinguished themselves in their respective fields by making significant contributions that have positively impacted the United States. These nationals, of whom we are very proud, have selflessly given back to their communities, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, thereby elevating brand Jamaica. As we continue to grapple with the effects of the pandemic, we must never forget that healing and resilience are not the sole responsibility of one person, but of all of us. With the foregoing in mind, let us continue to encourage one another in love, strength, and unity. Let us also use this opportunity to celebrate the rich legacy and strength of who we are as Jamaicans and Jamaican Americans. As we commemorate Jamaica's 59th year of independence, which will be celebrated under the theme Stronger Together, I invite you all to join us for our annual Thanksgiving church service, which will be held on Sunday, August 1st, 2021, at the Immaculate Conception Monastery Church in Queens, New York. The service will begin promptly at 4 p.m. This year, we will hear directly from Senator the Honorable Leslie Campbell, Jamaica's State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, with responsibility for diaspora affairs. We're looking forward to fellowshipping with you, our vibrant Jamaica diaspora and friends of Jamaica, as we celebrate another year of nationhood. Thank you, and please do enjoy. One love.
Thank you to both Miss Marks and Miss Roach for your messages. After those messages, let's take in some music, and then we'll jump into awards right after.
Come, Miss Clear, take the bankra off your head, me dear. Evening breeze a blow, blow.
Come this way, Miss Flo. Help down here, after you no be so burden, ma.
Rest yourself at ease, feel the evening breeze.
Evening time, work is over now, it's evening time. They walk on mountain, they walk on mountain, they walk on mountain side. Make we put the make up on the way. Make we eat and sing, dance and play, ring ding on the mountain side.
Catch up the fire matter.
Pass me the gungo beans, rub up the flour, Sarah. Lord, feel the evening breeze. Evening time, work is over now, it's evening time. They walk on mountain, they walk on mountain, they walk on mountain side. Make we put the big up on the way. Make we eat and sing, dance and play, ring on the mountain side.
Make we eat and sing.
Oh yes, dance and play, ring ding. Make we eat and sing, dance and play, ring ding on the mountain side. Evening
We continue with our distinguished group of Jamaicans making a difference and making a contribution to this country, the region, and indeed globally. As before, the names are in alphabetical order, and we will hear inspiring messages from some of the honorees. Please take a listen.
Raymond Goldburn, Executive VP Ad Sales BET, Philanthropist. Yvonne Graham, VP Strategic Engagement Partnerships UNICEF. Kamala Harris, Vice President of the United States of America. Carl Hesty, Speaker, New York State Assembly, first Black to achieve that status. Lester Holt, National Network TV News anchor, NBC Nightly News. Vincent Hosang, Chairman, President, Caribbean Food Delight. Sabrina Hosang Jordan, CEO, Caribbean Food Delight. Grace Jones, model, singer, producer, actress. Dr. Ashley James, permanent curator, Guggenheim Museum, first Black person to achieve that status. Ayana J. Kimani, stylist, costume designer for the stars. Marlon James, award-winning New York Times best-selling author, Booker Prize winner. Bishop Noel Jones, pastor, City of Refuge Church, Los Angeles. Camille Joseph Goldman, Vice President for Government Affairs within the Northeast region for Charter Communications. Dr. Marcia Kais, former President, York College. Fern Khan, Bank Street College Dean Emerita. Sheila Jackson Lee, member of the U.S. Congress, Texas. Carmita Lindo, Forensic Psychosocial Evaluation in High-Profile Cases, founder, Fury, Deportation Support. Nurse Sandra Lindsay received the first COVID-19 vaccine in the United States. Paula Madison, International Distinguished Media Executive, author, philanthropist. Wes Moore, former CEO, Robin Hood Foundation, candidate, Governor of Maryland.
My name is Patricia Chin, otherwise known as Miss Pat. I want to thank Carib News and the Rodneys for inviting me for this year 59 years of the Jamaica independence. Also Power 100, great people from Jamaica and the Caribbean. And also to introduce my book, My Reggae Music Journey. I am the author of my book, and it's about my journey for the last 60 years in the music industry. I started in 1958 back in Jamaica under the name Randy's Record Mart. And I'm here now over 40 years from 1977. In my book, I shed light on many of the artists that passed through my door. And there's also pictures, and a scrapbook also is published, showing my family, my friends, my award, and my charity, which I have been involved with from day one. I've recently created a Vincent and Pat Foundation to give back. And also, it's also the goal for the foundation is to give back for the music industry, musicians, producers, and artists. And also the proceeds will go to Vincent and Pat Family Foundation to support music education in Jamaica and the Caribbean diaspora. You can purchase the book online, which is vpreggae.com, and you can visit www.vnpfoundation.org to know more about my foundation. Thank you, blessings, and love.
Good evening. I feel both humbled and honored to join Jamaicans at home and abroad in celebrating Jamaica's 59th anniversary of independence. This is a time like no other, as the whole world confronts the deadly COVID-19 virus, which has disrupted our lives and livelihoods, resulted in an enormous death toll, and will undoubtedly change the way we live, work, and do business. As we pay tribute to our freedom fighters and martyrs whose sacrifices have enabled us to live as an independent nation, and as we acknowledge the contributions of our musicians, scholars, artists, athletes, and those who contribute in so many ways, we are indeed indebted to our nation's doctors, nurses, healthcare, and other frontline workers for their fight against the virus. The pandemic has awakened the global community to our shared destiny, and Jamaicans, as always, will remain at the forefront of adopting new ways of thinking to meet emerging global realities. We have faced many difficulties as a nation since our independence. And while the challenges before us are great, the many success stories of the past 58 years and the achievements, potential, and sheer tenacity of the Jamaican people are reminders that we can make progress even in the most difficult circumstances. So as we celebrate, let us recommit ourselves to safeguarding Jamaica's future by remaining resolute and conscious participants in the evolution of the Jamaica we love so much. Happy Independence, Jamaica.
Did we enjoy those messages? So good seeing Miss Pat and hearing about her book. Have you picked up your copy yet? You should. I'm sure it's quite a story. Thank you also to Miss Yvonne Graham. As we near the end of this segment, let's take a look as we recognize some more Jamaican American firsts, Jamaican quotes, proverbs, and people we should remember. Close out this segment, we have another Jamaican folk song.
And this long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand.
And this long time, but me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Village and crossing up a tree top, pick up the blossom. Let me hold your hand, girl, boy. Let me hold your hand. And it's long time, but me never see you. Come make me walk and talk.
And this long time, girl, me never see you. Come make me walk and talk.
Village and crossing up a tree top, pick up the blossom. Make me walk and talk, girl, boy. Make me walk and talk. And it's long time, but me never see you. Come make me wheel and turn. And it's long time, but me never see you. Come make me wheel and turn. Village and crossing up a tree top, pick up the blossom. Make me wheel and turn, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your hand, girl, boy. Make me wheel and turn till we tumble down. Make me hold your
Welcome back. Well, this is segment 4. Coming up next, we have an emancipation and independence message from Denise Seeley, Charge d'Affaires, Jamaica Mission to the United Nations, and Christopher Chaplin, Honorary Counsel in Philadelphia.
Fellow Jamaicans, happy 59th year of independence. On behalf of the Permanent Mission of Jamaica to the United Nations in New York, it is indeed a pleasure to extend greetings to you on this special occasion. I also congratulate Carib News for its 39 years of existence and for spotlighting Jamaican American Power 100. As a people, whether at home or abroad, we have much to be thankful for in spite of the challenges the COVID-19 pandemic has inflicted on us over the past 15 months. It is moments such as this that reminds us of who we are, an indomitable people, a resilient people, and a people of immense tenacity. The team at the Permanent Mission of Jamaica continues to advocate on your behalf for equitable policies that would assist us to achieve sustainable development for the betterment of our country. It is for this reason the government of Jamaica, along with the government of Canada and the Secretary General of the United Nations, has an initiative which seeks to encourage world leaders to provide more ambitious responses to address the COVID-19 pandemic, taking into consideration the realities of small developing states such as our own. The success of this initiative would not only facilitate a sustainable and inclusive recovery from the pandemic, but would also pave the way for a more resilient future. We will also continue to advocate for fair access to vaccines in the immediate term and for the strengthening of the health and medical systems globally to make them more resilient in the long term. Indeed, Jamaica continues to play a leading role in the global community. Today, as we celebrate our achievements over the past 59 years, I am reminded of the uniqueness of our culture, in particular our music, which has been a strong and positive influence across all walks of life and must also be credited for our global recognition. Reggae, our most popular music form, continues to be one of the most influential genres in the international community. Not only is it celebrated for its melodious rhythm, but for the message of peace and love it conveys, which remain guiding principles in the global fight for human rights and lasting peace and security. As we celebrate Jamaica 59, let us never forget the lessons that those who have gone before us have fought for us to remember: the importance of self-determination, the fight against oppression, and the hope of prosperity in the years to come. Congratulations, Jamaican American Power 100. May God bless the land of our birth, our beautiful Jamaica. Happy independence.
Good day, fellow Jamaicans. Our Jamaica celebrates its 59th year of independence this year, and as we celebrate, we must give thanks for all that our country has accomplished, as there is much to be proud of. Our country stands as a global leader in several areas, including culture, music, sports, and international governance, and our people continue to have great reputations in technical, managerial, and professional positions around the world. It is no accident that one of our favorite sayings continues to be "we little but we talawa." Our national motto of "out of many, one people" continues to reflect our national belief that together, our people and our country will be successful. Over the past year, we together have faced the challenge of COVID-19, and together, we're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Our country continues to face challenges, but together we shall overcome all challenges. Today, we salute our country and our people as we continue to stand tall. We salute our healthcare workers, including doctors and nurses, who continue to provide service to our people. We salute our police, who continue to serve and protect under tough circumstances. We salute our Prime Minister and government leaders, the opposition, and our civil servants who continue to provide leadership for Jamaica. We salute our churches and pastors who continue to provide religious and moral leadership. Finally, we salute our diaspora as we continue to contribute to and remain committed to Jamaica. Happy 59th birthday, Jamaica. May God bless all Jamaicans wherever we reside, and may God continue to bless Jamaica. Thank you.
At this time, we are jumping right into the awards and messages from two of the honorees. Let's watch.
Good morning. Heartiest congratulations to Jamaica on her 59th year of independence. Hello, my name is Fern Khan, and I live in New York City with my husband, Ismail Khan. We have 3 adult sons and 4 grandchildren. I arrived in the United States in 1957 as a foreign student from Jamaica. After receiving undergraduate and graduate degrees from New York University, I spent my first 4 years as a social worker counseling youth and families, and the next 44 years working as an administrator in higher education. My social work and education backgrounds have served me well in developing programs that prepared underserved populations to be successful participants in society. My interest in program development began at LaGuardia Community College and expanded as the Dean of Continuing Education at Bank Street College, where I worked for over 22 years. Moreover, in collaborating with nonprofit programs, I was invited to serve on advisory committees and on their boards. Now, in my retirement, I serve on 6 nonprofit boards in New York City. However, in all of my US interactions, my Jamaican lens are always present in offering a different perspective. I graduated in 1955 from Excelsior High School, founded by Headmaster Powell, a visionary educator who was consistent in conveying his high expectations for all his students. Excelsior's inspiring history became a source of pride for me. Reflecting on my years growing up in Jamaica in the 40s and 50s, I was exposed to Jamaica's intellectual leaders, our local humor and stories, music, especially calypsos, and the rhythms blasting from the ever-present sound systems. Attending dance parties at my friends' homes provided immeasurable joy for me. In those days, there were no bars on windows or doors. The annual pantomime at Ward Theatre featuring Louise Bennett and other talented artists kept me in stitches as they depicted the challenges and humor of Jamaican life. I was so excited when Vic Reed's book, New Day, was published and described as the first novel written by a Jamaican using the patois language. Traveling on Jamaica's railway trains, I absorbed the beauty of the island's mountains, rivers, and its flora and fauna, but I also saw the economic benefit of the train to the local communities. At each station, there would be competing local vendors imploring passengers to, and I quote, "Buy you cashew, buy you star apples, Mrs. Buy you tangerines," unquote. As a youth, I was exposed early on to successful people with whom I could identify, as well as to the stories, music, and influences from abroad through seasonal farm workers returning from the US or from family members who had migrated. The totality of my Jamaican experiences instilled such pride and self-confidence that I and my fellow Jamaicans are able to thrive wherever we choose to settle. Finally, I was inspired to share my remarkable journey in a memoir, which hopefully will be published in the near future. My one suggestion for listeners is to remain open and non-judgmental in learning about yourself as well as about the many diverse individuals with whom you will surely interact. That's it.
My beloved Jamaica and Jamaicans all over the globe, I salute you with a colossal amount of pride and unspeakable joy. Happy 59th year of independence. This commemoration of our independence, encircled by the devastating, challenging struggles of COVID-19 pandemic, demands us to step out into the future robed in our highest consciousness. As the world reopened the doors, the process to recovery mandates the protection of our children's future. Our future will only be manifested and realized through our own efforts to construct a path under profound leadership, governance of spirituality, love, peace, respect, justice, health, and harmony. A path to more scientific research, evidence, and innovation, advanced technology, and space consciousness, aspiring and honoring the forward progress of our great nation. Eternal Father, our majestic sovereignty, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Protect our land from evil powers. Our Jamaica, bearing the eternal torch, the amazing flames of our children's inheritance. Long live our great nation. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Congratulations.
So much to celebrate today. Thank you, Ms. Khan and Bishop Gonzalez, for your messages. Coming up, we have more to celebrate as we close out and prep for the last part of our show. All good things must come to an end, but not yet. Let's take in some music.
Me go and Oxford Park on the last big sweepstakes day. Me never even know that some people could have prayed. But when the house them line up and the drum begin to roll, every murmur was to me, Lord, make us win the sweepstakes. Win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes. Every murmur was to me, Lord, make us win the sweepstakes. Win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes. Every murmur was to me, Lord, make us win the sweepstakes.
One woman buy one ticket and carry go home your man. She said,
Win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes. Everywhere I was to be loud, I win the sweepstakes. Master Herman take the ticket and push it in a wall. Him say,
the 41 year, you're not be at all. Eat a farthing fine salt every morning as you will. Drink no water in gutter, you win the sweepstakes.
win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes. Everywhere I was to be loud, I win the sweepstakes. Win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes. Everywhere I was to be loud, I win the sweepstakes. Win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes, win the sweepstakes.
Before we go, let's take a look as we recognize more Jamaican American firsts, Jamaican quotes, proverbs, and people we should remember.
Andrew Morris, President, CEO, Sam's Caribbean Marketplace. Zelna Myrie, New York State Senator, Brooklyn. Claire Nelson, Forbes 50 Female Futurist, Sustainability Engineer, Storyteller, Founder, Institute of Caribbean Studies. June O'Connor, Educator, Founder, Garvey School, Bronx, New York. David Patterson, 55th Governor, New York City. Orlando Patterson, Professor of Sociology, Harvard University. Nick Perry, New York State Assemblyman, Speaker, pro tempore, Brooklyn. Suzette Y. Robotham, Diversity and Inclusion Practitioner, Facebook. Claudette Powell, Distinguished Nursing Professional, Jamaica Diaspora Health Representative. Colin Powell, First Black American Secretary of State, 12th Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Dr. Karen Russell Randall, Professor, Morehouse School of Medicine. Sherry Lee Ralph, International Star of Stage, Screen, and TV. Susan Rice, Director, U.S. Domestic Policy Council, Biden-Harris Administration. Sandra Richards, Managing Director, Morgan Stanley Global Sports and Entertainment. Bishop Cecil Riley, Founder, Freedom Hall Church. Alcyon Roach Wilson, Jamaica's Consul General in New York. Christopher Roberts, Entrepreneur, President, CEO, The Door Restaurant, Producer, Grooving in the Park. Hazel P. Rogers, Mayor of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. The Honorable Michelle S. Rodney, U.S. Court of Claims, New York. Leslie Ann Samuel, President, Union of Jamaican Alumni Associations, USA, Inc.
Many want is the term used for people created by a culture that is unmistakably Jamaican. I was born in Canada by way of very proud Jamaican parents, and I had the good fortune to experience and adapt to the cultures of these two very different countries, and I believe the combination of this exposure has served me well. My parents were born and raised in St. James, Jamaica, and were fully embedded in the pride and culture of Jamaican people. You know, Mrs. Pettigrew once said that Jamaicans are largely law-abiding churchgoers who respect others. They tend to call a spade and have a belief system that no one is superior to them. I believe this is very true. Jamaicans also strive for fairness and have a very high regard for education and the educated. Being the best you can be at all times was non-negotiable in my household while growing up. But what's interesting is this was never said or forced. I just knew I had to put my best foot forward in whatever I do or did. This training, if you will, taught me how to be determined. It taught me not to shy away from hard work. You know, I look at my life like a bowl of candy, full of delightful experiences and welcoming opportunities, despite unavoidable hardship. And I attribute this mindset to my Jamaican heritage, which has also allowed me to appreciate the positive aspects of life, such as, you know, the glass is half full. You know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and everything you need to happen will happen in time with focus and effort. So keep the faith. Thank you.
Hello, Wagwan. I am Marva Lane, founder and owner of the Grill Village restaurant in New York City and Jerk Kitchen in Hackensack, New Jersey, along with my husband, Carlton Hill. I've been serving Caribbean food for over 35 years. My Jamaican roots is the foundation to my success. I started cooking in Jamaica when I was 8 years old with my grandmother. She was always cooking and baking to send abroad to our family members. And unknowingly, that started my career path. I was her sous chef. My dream was always to open my own business, and I quickly realized that cooking and entertaining was my passion and my gift to share. I'm very grateful for the Caribbean community who have supported us and embraced us throughout the years. Negril Village and Jerk Kitchen. Hope to see you soon at Jerk Kitchen in Hackensack, New Jersey, and the newly renovated Negril Village reopening in September 2021. Bye for now.
Welcome back to the last and final segment for this evening. We are nearing the end, but with a few more. At this time, we present to you the last group of our distinguished group of Jamaicans making a difference and making a contribution to this country, the region, globally, and messages from two of our honorees.
Shaggy Orville Richard Burrell, international award-winning entertainer, philanthropist. Judge Carol Sharp, Supreme Court Judge, New York State Civil Court, Manhattan. Dr. Basil Smikle Jr., national political strategist, analyst, and broadcast commentator. Corey Smith, head of diversity and inclusion, North America, at LVMH. Trevor Smith, former president, Tar Isle Frozen Foods, CEO, Sosobone Media Company. Tom Somerville, senior manager, product marketing, China, Ford. Dr. Roy Street, renowned dentist, leading the Organization for International Development Health Mission to the Caribbean. Edwin Thompson, contemporary clothing designer, Theophilio. Judge Michelle Titus, New York City Civil Court Judge. Judge Sam Walker, Westchester County Supreme Court. Dr. Imani J. Walker, General Adult Psychiatry, star of hit TV series. Curtis Ward, attorney, diplomat, and commentator. Kerry Washington, award-winning star of the stage, screen, and TV. Albert Williams, entrepreneur, CEO, philanthropist, Best Deal Car Service. Chris Williams, financial management expert, Siebert Williams Shank and Company. Gary Williams, founder, president, Kojo. Lloyd Williams, president, Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce, Harlem Week. Paulette Willoughby, chair, Jamaica Independence Celebration Foundation. Wayne Willoughby, director of Corp and Investment Banking, JP Morgan Chase. Dr. Basil Wilson, former president, executive VP, John Jay College, scholar and educator.
Good afternoon to all. It is such a pleasure to be celebrating this independence, Jamaica Independence 59, Power 100 Jamaica. That's exciting for me. Jamaicans by nature are fearless people. And with that fearlessness comes bravery and confidence. These qualities have been demonstrated even in the harshest and under some trying circumstances. Their uncanny ability to overcome obstacles, break down untold barriers, and gain the recognition as free humans in this society continues to be a marvel. Jamaican American, through these unique and extraordinary talents, have contributed much to their adopted home, the US, as well as to their homeland. There's no clearer evidence of the Jamaican American courage than their relentless agitation and gaining self-government and independence for Jamaica. So being selected as one of the Jamaican Americans, Power 100, at this time is not only an honor, but has afforded me the opportunity to pay tribute to my homeland, Jamaica, that nurtured me and provided me with the skills to withstand numerous adversities and prosper in my adopted home, America. I consider this a great privilege to be given an opportunity also to express my gratitude to my homeland, and I'm extremely proud of my dual citizenship, which has afforded me the unparalleled opportunity to serve my community here in the US, as well as being able to support some critical humanitarian projects in Jamaica and elsewhere. This celebration of Jamaica 59 year of independence is definitely one of epic proportions. So as we gather, let us not forget to pay homage to the courageous individuals who were the pioneers of the movement and whose shoulders we stand on today.
Greetings, I am Claudette Powell. My heartfelt gratitude to Carl and Faye Rodney and the Carib News team for selecting me as one of the Jamaica Independence Power 100 in the diaspora. Congratulations to all the past and present recipients. Jamaica is celebrating its 59th independence, and it is an opportune time to reflect on the theme, Stronger Together. As a Jamaican who migrated to the United States 50 years ago, I appreciate the opportunities gained that have contributed to my achievements. However, my Jamaican heritage is the foundation for my achievements. Educated as a youth in Jamaica until graduating from St. Hugh's High School, the lessons learned about the resiliency and courage of our national heroes and the values of our culture. I observed the perseverance of the village that raised me, a single mother, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and other elders. When faced with the challenges obtaining an education and enhancing in my career as a registered nurse, I persevered after recalling the overwhelming struggles of people, mainly Jamaicans, who had less resources and yet they succeeded. My career as a registered nurse evolved through the ranks in hospital, community health, and currently as a healthcare consultant. Healthcare and volunteerism are my passion. I believe in giving back and pulling someone along. In my role as chair of the Jamaica Diaspora Northeast Health Sector and former president of the Jamaica Nurses Group of New York, I have dedicated several volunteer hours providing health care at home and abroad. My advice to Jamaicans: our heritage reminds us of the power of being unified. Stay focused and set personal goals. Build a strong self-esteem, especially when you are the minority. Be assertive, volunteer, advocate, mentor, and be humble. I end my message by acknowledging the frontline and essential workers during the COVID-19 pandemic, and condolences to those who mourn the loss of loved ones. One love, happy independence, Jamaica.
We did a few special things with this show. Tonight, we want to bring your awareness to the most admired Jamaican Americans. Let's see who they are.
Jamaican values mean everything to me. When I immigrated here in 1986, I brought with me my Jamaican values and also my family values. Those values are ambition, pride, respect, gratitude, determination, focus, and faith. Those values have helped me tremendously throughout my life and in my career, particularly the last 17 months, which have been the most challenging months in my life and my career. If I didn't have faith, focus, and determination, I wouldn't have pulled through. So having those values mean everything to me. I often draw on them when I'm going through difficult times. My advice to youngsters would be not to forget your values. Let your values be your guide. They will truly truly guide you in the right direction. Never give up on your dreams. Dream big and dream regularly, because if you just stay focused and determined and persistent, you will achieve your goals. My grandmother always said to me, you will be rewarded by the fruits of your labor, and I truly do believe that.
As we near round out, at this time, we want to remember one last person, Marie Walker, wife, Supreme Court Judge Sam Walker. And something brand new, future Power 100s. Our scholars in the making. Let's see who they are. To close us out, none other than the True Tribute Organization, my father, Mr. Leroy Graham Jr.
Garland Faye Rodden from Carib News. Thank you very much. This year's Power 100. My name is Leroy Graham Jr. I'm from True Tribute Organization, and I'll be speaking about the Scatolites. Freedom Sound is the title of this little piece that I wrote about the Scatolites. The original Scatolites band members were Don Drummonds, Roland Alfonso, Lester Sterling, Tommy McCook, Jackie Mattu, John Moore, Jerry Haynes, Tony Brivitt, and Lloyd Nibbs. You had many singers that sang with the Scatolites, but two names that you're going to hear or that you can remember is Slim Smith and Dorian Schaefer. Now, these were the most prominent individuals responsible for the creation of ska music and its evolution into rock steady, which morphed into what is today universally known as reggae music. Many have tried to capture or replicate the emotions, spirit, sincerity, integrity, and authentic quality of sound associated with the liberal styles of the Scatolites, but to no avail. No rendition can capture their essence and the unique quality of their original, authentic sound. The Scatolites' talents were manifested through their instruments, a facade behind which the social trials and injustices associated with the individual ills of their times created many challenges. Music became a source of inspiration and hope. Many of the band members faced social, political, socioeconomic, and personal hardships during their musical journeys. However, once considered societal outcasts, music was to be their pathways to redemption. It evoked each individual's inner genius and became a conduit to challenge their creative energies into a fortified musical bridge. Their instruments resonated to each individual's essence and echoed vibrations of organized rhythms and beats, which evolved into their freedom sound. A sound that would transcend their expectations, aspirations, cascade beyond the boundaries of time, prejudices, ethnicity, creed, religion, culture, and race. Their legacy in music, ska, rocksteady, reggae, and dancehall left a hallmark in the universal language of organized sounds. Music as a means of conveying messages of hope for the despondent. Now, I want you to take a listen to a favorite of mine performed by myself, Leroy Graham, and the True Tribute All-Stars called Scabba.
Thank you for attending. Hope you had a great time. See you soon. Have a good night, everyone. Happy independence to all my Jamaican people.